So hello everyone, I am Saket Bansal and I am back again with one of the PMP success story again. And the whole idea of this conversation is getting some insight from the people who have done the PMP and take some advice so that you can also prepare for your PMP exam well. So that's the only purpose we are running this particular conversation. Now, before we get into details, why don't Mohammed, you introduce yourself so that we know what is the background and then we talk about the PMP.
Hello everyone. My name is Umair Riaz, and I'm a technical consultant in Saudi Arabia since 2016. And since then, when I was in this country, so I decided that I have to do some kind of you can say certification that will help me in the future to move ahead or to sharpen my skills. So that's why PMP was in my checklist at that particular time. So I have decided, I think, a couple of years back, and then it's kind of roller coaster ride for a PMP aspirant. But somehow, from last couple of months, back in 2000, back in February 2021, I decided let's take this shot and complete this PMP, and Alhamdulillah, I have completed that thing.
Good, good. Congratulations for that. Just in case your mic
Mhm.
seems to be here, do you want to bring it down or you are not using it?
No, 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 no,
You are
no, no,
not
no,
using it.
no.
Okay.
I'm not using
Okay,
that.
perfect, perfect, perfect.
I'm
So
not
you
using.
are in a technical background working in Saudi Arabia. PMP was part of your
Yeah.
checklist for a while, and I see you have done other
Yes.
certifications also, the
Hmm.
Scrum and other stuff. I see from your LinkedIn profile
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Scrum and ITIL.
Oh,
Yes.
ITIL as well.
Yes. Yes.
So are you
Last
related to
year.
the IT background or you are doing something else? Like,
No, basically I'm from IT background. I have
okay.
started. I have BS in computer sciences, then post graduation in masters, post graduation in computer sciences. Then AI is also a part of my interest. Computational intelligence, machine learning, these kind of stuff. These are totally IT
Okay.
background.
Okay. And so what makes you do PMP then? Yeah. After having this all technical background? I understand it was a
Because
part of your checklist, but yeah.
yeah, IT background is something that it's good, but now, if you want to move ahead or you want to manage something, so project management is one of that particular aspect that I was feeling that I don't have these kind of skills at that particular moment. So I thought that it's better to gain that kind of skill by
Hmm.
doing the PMP. So that's why I took this shot and completed my PMP.
Good, good. So you wanted to build your management skills, and that is why
Yeah,
you took the whole thing. Great. So let's
because
talk about a little bit. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
because what happened, IT perspective is good. Yani you can be good in technical perspective, but on the managerial side you should also be good. Otherwise
Mm-hmm.
you cannot move ahead. You can
Yeah, yeah.
understand what I'm trying to.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you
So what
want
I'm
to
saying
excel,
is maybe you have a skill to get the job done, but
yeah,
it's not just getting the job done. It's all about getting the right job done and also getting the good collaboration from the stakeholders. So the leadership and management is needed
yeah,
on top of a skill to get the job done. Yeah. And if
yeah.
that
It's
is
all about
missing,
team.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about team
Yeah.
collaboration. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
say.
good, 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 good. So let's talk about something about your PMP preparation and some of the advices. Now you have seen the whole journey. You prepared. You must
Yeah.
have taken many
Yes. Yeah.
practice tests and finally gave the
No doubt.
exam also. Yeah. So let's
Yes. Yes.
talk some of the advices and all those things. So what do you felt about the PMP exam? General feeling. So yeah, like what is the
At
feeling? Yeah.
yeah, PMP is very good in one aspect that it gives you a chance to cover multiple fields, to see the things differently from it's not about the bookish knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the bookish knowledge. It's about your frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Your frame of mind. When you are in the PMP, you are not there to just to read out the books and take the exam. No, it is basically the practice of your mind, yourself, that you have to put yourself in the shoes of a project manager. When you are coming
Mm-hmm.
into the field, you have some kind of skills. That's why.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
PMP
yeah.
is kind of that thing. Before that, if you see, a couple of years back, what is happening? PMP is just like few knowledge areas and processes, predictive, and these kind of stuff. But now things are totally different. We are able to see now the agile, the incorporation of agile is there, and the team management and the five areas are compressed into three different areas: business, process, and people. So everything has been changed, Yani, since the beginning. And
Mhm,
the
mhm.
way of taking the exam, the people, yeah, that's good. That's good. It's
Okay,
a
okay,
totally
okay.
make. Mhm.
Mhm. So I'm picking two things from your answer. One is that the PMP preparation is just not a validation of a knowledge; it's a validation of skill and competency. And that's how the PMI's formal statement also talks about.
Yeah.
For a
Yes.
knowledge, they
Yes.
have a CAPM program where you just need to know the terminology. You may not have an experience; you may not be able to apply those in a context. Whereas a PMP is
Yes.
all about having the knowledge and ability to apply that knowledge in a context. That's the aspiration
Yes.
of the whole exam of a
Yes.
PMP
Yes. Very
certification.
true.
That's how it has been designed formally by PMI. That's something you have been appreciating as well. And you are also talking about that the word is moving towards more people oriented and dynamic
Yeah.
situation space. And
Yes.
that's
Yes.
why the essence of people and agility and business domain is becoming more and
Yes.
more prominent in a PMP
Mm-hmm.
exam. The process still
Mm-hmm.
there, but it is not the
Yeah.
major thing. Earlier, the process used to consume everything. Now the
Everything.
people
Yes.
and the agility also plays a role. Yeah, yeah. Good,
Yes. Yes.
good,
You are
good, good.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Good.
So let's look at these domain one by one, and probably especially the people
Yeah.
and agile
Mm-hmm.
space and process space
Yes.
as well. Maybe a
Mm-hmm.
business is little difficult domain based on what I understand from other people. Like many test
Yeah.
taker and many preparation guy, they don't even recognize business as a domain. They just end up doing something and make some number. Yeah, but
And
don't know.
basically,
Yeah.
basically the business you can seems like very any a compact form, but when you dig into this, a whole world opens to you. Yani business is the business. Yani when you are going to start a particular project, what you need a business case. Why you are doing this one? Every project, there's some case business management or business benefit. That's why they are starting the project. So
Mhm.
business is a whole domain. Yani we are saying okay, this is only 8% of something. No, it is yani from still starting from till end. Everything is revolving around the business. Each and everything.
Mhm.
Every time when you are doing something, you have to check whether it is compatible with my business management plan or not. Whether it is complying with my whatever the policies or what I want to achieve in the business prospect. So whether it is achieving or not, if it is not achieving, okay, that's it. We are closing this one. So no need to go ahead. So this,
Mhm.
you can understand.
Yeah, good, good, good. So what I'm catching up is that business domain is not just an independent domain. It's a part of your
Yeah,
day-to-day project management. So you may
yeah.
start with understanding of the business need and the business case and the reason behind the
Mhm.
project. And whenever you are doing milestone review, you are again ensuring that we are going on
Yeah,
the right track. Else you may decide to terminate and kill the thing. And that's why you call it kill gates and all. And in the agile way of working, you are definitely looking at a business in all iteration reviews, sprint reviews, whatever
yeah.
word you
More
use.
rapidly, you can say more rapidly.
Yeah, you can do more rapidly. That's what you are saying. So it's a part of
Mhm.
whole integration thing. And whenever you discover some change, you may initiate a change request, and again it will go to an
Yeah.
integrated change management, or it will go to a
Yes.
backlog prioritization case of
No
agile.
doubt.
And overall, the other thing which is quite prominent in a business domain is a compliance. So the
Yeah.
compliance is also integrated all across. So working
Yes.
with the
Yes. Yes.
compliance while writing scope, while evaluating risk
No doubt.
and the whole
No.
thing. Good. And I really like the way you prepared, or I would say, or started looking at this PMP exam preparation as an integrated fashion. And I think I
No doubt.
really appreciate that, because it is just not, okay, I got something and I passed it, but I can see the whole integrated part of it.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a
Yes.
good understanding. So any specific advice you want to give to people specific to business domain area? Let's go one by one, since we are talking about business domain
Uh, Regarding to the particular business domain area, I just want to say that keep focusing over this one. Yani, don't take very lightly. Yani, you have to go through before. Yani, what is happening in the PMP? You are starting with the project charter, but in reality, before that, there are two particular steps like business case, management plan, and whatever the stuff you want to do. Make focus on these first. Go
area.
through go through over these things first, and then you will get a better understanding in the business in the project charter what I'm going to do here. The base is basically the business. So I will request Yani, I will recommend everyone before starting this one, look at over these particular areas.
Okay. So I can say what I'm hearing is that you can get a good understanding of a business domain as well as an input for preparation if you start putting your frame of mind, which
Yeah.
starts before the project charter comes into the picture, and you start
Yes.
looking at maybe some example of the business case,
Mhm.
some example of
Mhm.
a benefit management plan or a benefit
Yeah.
realization plan, whatever name it is
No
coming
doubt.
in, and maybe
Yes.
some amount of need assessment, which
Yes.
technically even the PMI's business analysis program
Yeah.
primarily focuses there. But yeah, as a
Mhm.
project manager, and even in the PMBOK chapter 1, it is quite covered. So as soon as you start at chapter 1, they talk about
Yeah.
the project is expected to bring some change. There are reasons for
Change.
the
Yes.
project to exist,
Mhm.
and then benefit management plan should remain aligned with your project management plan, and the project
Yes.
manager
Yes.
should ensure that. And I think if you just grab this thing well, one should be doing good in the business domain.
Because what is happening that most of the people see that the first stage is project charter and these kind of stuff, but no, in my opinion, what I have understood that business case is the core, is yani is the base. You have to start from that point rather than coming directly from the charter or just skipping through some chapter. It will not help you. You have to dig in deep, because what
Mhm.
is happening when you are going further, there are multiple scenarios come up in the yani in the midway that you have to check your business plan there. So what you have to do, you have to go to the charter. No, you have to come to the main area, which is business plan.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. So, which is, if I just put a little bit of a language too, so you have an internal and external changes keeps happening. Your internal organization change and external environmental
Mhm.
changes keeps happening. And whenever environmental change happening,
Mhm.
they might be impacting your business case. They might be impacting your benefit
No doubt.
realization or a management assumptions.
Yes.
So, as a project manager, if I understand this was the reason, but the word has moved, yeah, I was
Mhm.
making a solution for, say, people who are moving from one city to another city, and they can buy
Yeah.
something to eat. And then I realized that COVID-19 has come and people are not moving from one
Yes.
city to another city. Now I
Now in
should
that
do change.
yeah, now you have to incorporate the other business plan, which is that will be, and you have to incorporate a delivery system rather than people going to the shops or the malls to buy something. You have to create something else for the people, so
Yeah.
people can still move into their particular city or particular area, but they can benefit with your new solution. So
Yeah.
that's
So yeah, the
that's the case of
environment
the
has
business
changed
plan.
the people's need, and if we
Yeah.
remain blind
Yes.
about it, then we may create a product which is useless, because the need has changed. And if we understand it, we can do a
Mhm.
milestone review well. We can, it may follow a change management
That
plan. It may follow a backlog prioritization, depending upon which methodology you are using. But one has to keep the eyes open. Then only this can all can happen. Yeah.
yeah, because you have to create the value of your business, and the only values creating, you have to see what is happening around you, and this is the basic part of your yani, project manager have to do
Perfect.
into
Yeah. So advice which I'm sensing it, and correct me if I'm getting it wrong. It's more about understanding the overall why behind the
Mhm.
project, understanding the integratedness of
Yeah.
it. It is just not
Yes.
only in the starting; it's all
Mhm.
around, and also understanding it is not isolated things. It's
Mhm.
integrated with your other project management processes like change management processes, configuration management processes, and milestone reviews, or a backlog prioritization in the
Yeah.
case of Agile World, or
Correct.
iteration review in the case of Agile World, or a risk management, because you also need to take care of a
Mhm.
risk associated with your business
No doubt.
case. So it's everywhere, and then there is a
Everywhere.
communication also, there is a stakeholder also, because you keep
No doubt.
communicating about it, you keep talking to stakeholders about it. But yeah, it's all about business. So when you think about business, you are in a business domain. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what we can
That's
say. Yeah.
yes,
Perfect,
right.
perfect. Any specific thing about people space you might have observed from your preparation and from your whole practice? Yeah.
Yeah. The, if you see Yani, what is Yani, how can I explain this thing? The people area, it is not like the like before we had, yani it is totally changed. Before that we have a directive authority, yani you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Project manager is doing each and everything. Now it's all about collaboration. It's all about getting the team into gel the team together and start working. You have to trust over your team. You have to build your team rather than just giving them the assignment. This is not how the things are working, how the things are revolving now. You have to change, and agile is helping in this.
Okay, so what I'm picking up is in a people domain space. One of the advice, if I just convert your sharing in the format of advice, start looking at the change in the leadership style, which is more empowerment oriented, which is more
Yeah.
facilitation oriented, rather than giving a direct prescription. It's more about engagement. You
Yeah.
talk, you find out what is the best thing to do, so that you own it, and how can I facilitate the whole thing
Yeah.
is the new leadership style, I think. And
Yeah.
if I just convert it, that any project management aspirant should be familiar with. You might be working in the traditional organization where this
Yeah.
is not yet started, where you just
Mhm.
give instructions only, but you understand the world has changed. Maybe your organization has not yet changed, yeah, but world has
Yeah.
changed, yeah, and your organization will also some point in time will change, and it is
They
looking
have to
for more
change.
and more engagement. Yeah.
Yeah. The more the people you engage in the system, the better the result will be. This is the fun, baseline in this thing.
Hmm.
And for example, if you call someone to do some kind of household work in your home, and you start, okay, you have to do this, you have to do this, but that particular person is the experienced person in that particular domain. Let him do what he wanted. He will give you a better solution rather than what he's trying to implement your ideas there. So so you have to trust your team, you have to build your team. So people is just like all about communication, all about the gelness, all about the management. That's it.
Okay, so it's all about a different way of leading people. It's all about managing with them, managing well with them, and gelling with well with them, and helping them
Mhm.
self-organize. Also giving them opportunity to learn, maybe training, mentoring space, and
Yeah.
also always helping them to inspect and adapt so that they improve in their thing. And maybe some additional topics like
Mhm.
conflict management and the emotional intelligence piece of it. So
Yeah.
I see the leadership
that's
and
a that's
emotional
a part and
intelligence
parcel.
play a role. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a part and parcel. Sorry to cut you off. That's a part and parcel of this thing, and you have to continue. You have to lead these people, but you also have the skills to resolve the conflicts, because when the people come together, conflicts are the basis. Yeah, you can say most of the in the PM box, what we have read, that most of the thing are conflicts happen due to the schedule. Getting?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So the
Yeah.
schedule
That.
related stuff, the priorities
Yeah.
related stuff may create a
Yes.
conflicts, and then we should be
Yeah.
able to handle them pretty well. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So business
So.
start the reason and see the whole connectivity. People
Mhm.
start looking at an approach which is more engagement oriented, which is more empowerment oriented. Take some ideas from agile way of working, because I think the influence of agile is pretty much prominent in the people domain space, because the
Yeah.
leadership style and engagement style, which is aligned with agile thing. Yeah. And
Yes. Yes.
yeah, good. So yeah, conflict management kind of a skills, emotional intelligence kind of skills might be also needed. Yeah. So what do you think about the knowledge areas influence on the PMP preparation, or when you want to say, how much people should know about all the 10 knowledge area as per your understanding of the PMP exam?
Yani, in this one, yani, you want to, yani, we cannot specify like this that you have to know little about this one, a little. You have to go into the deep. You have to go into the deep and drill down each and everything if you want to. Yani, if you want to be success in the PMP exam, it's not like you have to just go through the skim through the text and take the particular example. As in the earlier I have mentioned that PMP is not about the bookish knowledge. It's about your yani, frame of mind, and how you will get that when you imply that thing over yourself while going through deep into each and every knowledge area.
Mm-hmm,
So I'm
mm-hmm.
saying that every particular knowledge area is important, starting from yani, scope till procurement. I think procurement, whatever the last one. Each
Okay,
and
okay.
everything is
Yeah, yeah.
each and
So
every knowledge area is very, especially yes, one more thing. uh, Risk management and quality. Risk management and quality are a little bit on the higher side. You have to focus over these two particular knowledge areas more, because most of time what happens, starting from the project until end, we are facing the risk, and we have to keep managing the quality. These are the two particular aspects we have to take in control, or we have to see.
mhm.
So this is the thing I want to tell everyone, that they have to focus these two particular knowledge area on the higher side, and rest they can continue.
Mhm. So, what I'm hearing is that all are important. One has to have a good understanding of all of them, because the project management is not only about creating a schedule. It is also about managing risk. It is also about working with people. It's also
Yeah.
about communicating things about schedule. It's also about managing costs. So how can you ignore a particular knowledge area? Because the question may
Yes.
have intermingling, and that's
Yes.
the thing which you should be ready
The
with. Question might be on a risk management, but might be talking about
yeah.
schedule. Yeah. So if you don't
Yes. Yes.
understand the schedule terminology, you will never get the question right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? Mostly, what happened in the beginning? The question is, yani mentioning something else, and in the last particular line, or simple a single word change the whole context of the question.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah. Yeah.
asking about some. They are giving you some background of risk, and then they ask, okay, what we have to do, what you have to do next, what you have to do first, what is the best source of thing. They just shifted the question, so
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
be very open at that time.
Yeah,
Yani,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the value of doing it. And I think that's a value as a project management professional as well, because as you have been mentioning it again and again, and I do believe it's just not about the exam. Exam is an opportunity to
yeah,
explore an area which will
yeah,
help you in going forward space. And it is
yes,
just not like you find a way to just pass it. The whole process itself is rewarding, just not the certificate. And when you do it all, it's good. And then you also mentioned the risk management and the quality management things you found a little bit more focused. Yeah. But again, it may vary from one person to another person's
no doubt.
interpretation of it. But you saw that this is related to
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
In addition to this particular thing, I think we have to add one more area, that is integration.
Mhm.
Integration. So because every time we are doing, after every step we are going to integrate the things. We are, when there's new delivery we are going to integrate, when there's some new change we have to check integration. So integration is also, if I want to add, I want to add this particular area also in the focus group.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So whole change management is a project integration management. The complete
Yeah.
monitoring and reporting, integrated monitoring and
Yes.
reporting is
Yes.
integration management. Configuration
Mhm.
management is integration
Yes.
management. Compliance management plan is an integration management. Selecting the life cycle is also an integration management. You go for waterfall or you go for agile. You start
Yeah.
from
Yes.
a integration management. So
Integration
I think
management.
out of 19 project management plan which PMBOK talks about, six, sevens are falling under integration management space, and rest are
Yes.
spread across here and there. So yes, that's an
Yes.
important thing to keep in mind. So what is your feeling about agile? You have done PA like Scrum certifications also and
Scrum
all.
certificate.
So what do you felt? What value you got from Scrum, understanding of a Scrum? And then let's
Mhm.
be a very specific question. In your view, the knowledge of Scrum, how much it is useful for doing PMP?
Frankly speaking, it's like very much helpful. Yani you can say we are covering the a kind of full agile in that particular Scrum, PSM, professional Scrum Master or certified Scrum Master. So if someone has the yani, already done that one or want to do, I think he should focus on the Scrum Master, Scrum before, and what it will give the value when they are start working or start preparing for the agile part of the project management. It will help a lot because 50%, I think 50 to 60% of the questions are coming from the agile right now. So doing Scrum helped me a lot. You can say helped me a lot because I have some background over that one. And when I was trying to prepare the full PMP, so I was able to integrate both of the things very well at that particular time. If I didn't have that one in that what you can say, the Scrum knowledge, so it would be very very much difficult for me right now, because after that what is happening, Scrum is the baseline. Mostly the things are coming from the Scrum, but we have to also focus on the different agile methodologies, Kanban, lean methodologies, XP, and extreme programming. These are also very important. So I
Mhm.
must say that we have to do the Scrum. If someone, because it is just like 17 or 18 pages. If you go to the Scrum book, I think the Scrum 17 or 18 pages book.
Yeah,
So
a
if you
Scrum
go through
guide. Yeah,
from there,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Scrum guide. If you have gone for that one, it will be very helpful for you. Rather than you are hitting your head everywhere, it's better to go there and just have a brief idea what Scrum talks about, and give some particular Scrum exams, or you can say quizzes, free or whatever you want if you want to take. After that, you will find your a huge difference between your what where you were standing and what you are right.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And I can relate to what you are sharing when I talk to other people as well. Uh, uh, like when you get into a knowledge management space, it may become a little confusing, and you would say, okay, how do we do a cost management? How do we do
Yeah.
scheduling in Agile? So you are asking kind of a piece by piece question, and those piece by piece answer may be
Mm.
difficult to join together. But when you say, okay, let me keep project management aside for a while, let me take a break
Yeah.
for 2 3 days, and let me understand what
Yeah.
is Scrum. So you may read a book, you may
Scrum.
watch collection of videos, or you may go for a formal training program. But the idea here is everything around the Scrum guide, which is a 16 17 page, but you may need to take some preparation and study, and you understand, okay,
Yes.
this is how Scrum works. And now I am clear.
Yes.
Now, once you are clear, then you come to the
Mm.
complicated word of project
Yes.
management. And then when you see
Yeah.
the project management or a PMP practice test talking about, we do iteration planning. You understand what is iteration planning, how it happens, what is the definition of done, and all those things
Yes.
becomes
Yes.
very clear to you. Else, each word will be a kind of a confusing word for you, and you will be doing separate discovery for
No
you.
doubt.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
point. Good. I think this is what
The
I also
simple thing
agree
is
to. Yeah.
this, Yani, take the what I want to say that divide and conquer. Use the terminology of divide and conquer. Don't take the PMP as a whole. Just break down in the pieces and then combine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take Scrum as a separate, take PMP knowledge areas as a separate, and then when you have a brief or good understanding of all the things, then try to combine. Then see from the above side. Uh, from cost or from you can say control account, make a control account over that one, and then combine what is happening.
Yeah. So if I just a little bit reiterate in, and this is the similar approach I have been recommending to it. So I usually have a kind of a thing. So you have an experience
Mm.
as your foundation. So you start with your experience, and then you have to build three foundational bases. I would say pillars. I call it one
Yeah.
pillar is Scrum. So you understand the
Mm.
Scrum well, and then generic Agile. So Agile values, Agile principles,
Yes.
how the leadership
Mm.
happens in Agile, what is a T-shaped professional, and all those
Mm,
things.
yes.
So
I
generic
shape,
Agile,
T
yeah,
shape.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
shape,
shape.
T shape, E shape. So you understand that generic Agile, and then the PMBOK. The PMBOK, I say
Yes.
project management space. In the PMBOK
Yes.
also we have PMBOK 6. We have Agile and other stuff also. But any PMBOK,
Mm.
version doesn't matter much. But you pick up a PMBOK, so you understand the 10 knowledge area, the traditional perspective of it,
Yes.
and then after that you start looking out of an exam content outline. So exam content
Yes.
outline is your integration thing, and people who are
Yes.
going through PMI authorized training provider space now,
Mm.
they do have an integrated content which maps at an exam content outline space. So when you look at an exam content outline, then you are integrating everything, and which looks very
Yes.
simple. You should be able to set up the big picture vision for the people. Now it's a simple thing, but you need to understand what does it mean, which document I will create. Maybe I need to create a business case, and where it happens. Okay, it happens in the need assessment stage. So I know the details with the help of those three pillars, and I can see how as a project manager I have to operate. And many times
Yes.
the
Yes.
practice test also helps you to integrate. So if you have
Wow.
these foundation well, then you do a
Yes.
practice test. They will, if you do it well, if you analyze
Mm.
the wrong options and right option with a full focus, they will help you to integrate everything together.
No doubt.
And
No
that's
doubt.
good
You are
for your
absolutely right.
preparation. Yeah.
You are absolutely right. You are
Making
absolutely right.
sense? Yeah.
Very much. Very much. Very much.
Good. Anything else you want to share? I think from my side, I'm pretty much done and happy with the information I got. Anything specific you feel which might be useful for our test takers?
Yeah, there are a lot of information. Yani, you can say that while test taking, yani PMP is not a simple thing. Yani you have to go through the multiple phases. You have to go through the depression. You have some excitement moments. But you have to stay strong every time. And what is the basic thing is every time when you are preparing something, make sure you are taking practice quizzes along with them. Because okay, you are preparing for the PMP, but one more thing you have to prepare, and that's the 4.5 hours sitting on one particular area, and you have to make yourself compatible, or you can say you have to practice for that particular point. And that thing will come when you are practice. While I was preparing for myself, I took 7 exams, practice exams. I was trying to focus because what was happening? I was not able to complete the test in a lot, whatever the time that I had. So I break down. I took 30 questions and try to finish these things into 30 minutes. Time management is very critical in this PMP, and that's the last one. And you have to make keep this thing in mind. If you don't focus, you there's a possibility that you might lose some person in the last. So after completing all the things, the last thing you have to prepare is your time management. And time management by taking the quizzes and try to and then analyze each and every process area one by one where you are lacking, and then you have to go back, and this is the back and forth. This is back and forth.
Mhm.
Not you have to go back and check where I'm lacking right now. Okay, this is the area I have to do it. I have to. What are the concepts where I'm lacking? I have to figure out this one. I have to check these videos, these things. So it's a back and forth thing. You cannot say that. Okay, I'm done with it. I don't need anything. Let's continue.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that you prepare the foundational theory well, then you validate that the way we do scope validation by the way of practice test, and and then whenever you have a challenges, you go back, you prepare again, you take back again, and this is a repetition you continue doing. You keep iterating till the time you start
Yeah.
scoring good score, as well as you know why
Yes.
you made the mistake. So it's kind of an
Yes.
100%. You know what question is right, and you know why you made some options wrong, and sometimes you may not even agree with the practice test
Not
taker.
at all.
This is something I don't
Not at all.
care. I may not want to do it. So that's
You.
a one piece of it. The second piece you are stressing upon is ability to manage time well, ability to have an
Yeah.
endurance to sit for 4 hours, and especially when you are advancing to your exam preparation towards the end, that may become your major thing to do. So you
Yes.
need to bring that element in your preparation where you are sitting for 4 hours and giving the exam, and also and having a clear strategy. How are you going to manage number of question in a given amount of time?
So I will say that you have to break down in 30 sections. It's better for you rather than focusing over the 60, 30% under 30 minutes. It will help you a lot. If you
Mhm.
are if you are focusing over 60 questions or three different sections, no doubt you will suffer. You will suffer at some point.
Mhm.
This is what I'm thinking. This was my strategy. I
Mhm.
try to
Mhm.
break it down at minimum level, so it will be easy for me. It will be easy
Good,
for me.
good.
So it helped me a lot. And at the end of the time, I have 6 or 7 minutes spare. So this was the result of my preparation.
Good. That's an insightful, and I have been hearing this from most of the test takers about strategy for managing time. And I do hear when people come to me after not making successful in the PMP exam and sharing, around 50, 60 question we could not attempt. We were like, what the result
Hmm.
went wrong because I kind of end up missing 50 questions. Now, when you miss 50 questions, then you definitely face
What?
consequences of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So
You know.
it's
You know that
important.
for every question. Yeah. You know that for every question you have hardly you have exactly 1.5 minutes to exam for the exam. Okay. So 180 question, 270 minutes, 1.5 minute for every question, in which 15 to 20 seconds you will lose when you are trying to understand, when you are trying to get into that particular or get the feel of that particular question. So if you are taking some yani 2 minutes for a question, so you have to make it up into the other section also. So you have to come under 1 minute for the other question. So do it like this.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And the key
So you
to
have,
success and managing time is first having a strategy that seems to
yeah,
be there. Second, having a
yeah, yeah,
practice, so you know what is
exactly,
not working and what is working. And I think good preparation along with that. So if you prepare
yeah,
well, you will be able to check the keywords quickly. If each
yeah,
the words which you see on the screen, they becomes very clear to you, then you don't have to read them again. And how they become clear to you? Because if you develop familiarity with the content,
yeah,
then you don't have to read them again. So I know this
yeah.
is what they are talking about. You quickly answer that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Especially in the graph questions. Graph questions, there's a huge detail above you, and there's a simple question. So if you know what is the content and you prepared well, you just look over the question and you just see the graph, what it's saying. You can figure it out quickly rather than wasting your time to go through to the whole question. So
Mhm.
it will help you. It will help you a lot by in saving time.
Yeah. That's the thing. And all things are interrelated, prepare, have a strategy, manage time. And if you don't prepare well, you will lose time. And even if you prepare well, but if you don't have a strategy for managing time, then you may end up spending too much time ahead. And then you may lack time to finish rest of the question. And sometime it may result into you end up missing good number of questions from
Yes.
even giving the answers for.
Yeah, and especially for the breaks, especially for the breaks, just try to consume that one particular minute that is given to you. After that, just move to the next one rather than waiting for the 10 minutes. It will maybe you will detract.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better go with the flow. You are in the flow. Just try to because you have to come to that particular. You are in that particular frame of mind at that time. So it will
Mm-hmm.
be easy for you to move forward rather than just waiting 10 minutes. What will happen? Nothing. You will lose your focus. So it will be better just consume that one particular minute to calm yourself down and then move forward. This is the thing. This is what
Yeah.
I did.
Good, interesting. Thank you for so openly sharing your preparation journey and all. So
Thank
I
you.
think it was very nice talking to you, and I'm sure the people who are watching this video will get some insight. Which everybody has their unique style, but also at the
Yeah.
same time, others' experience also helps us. So we look at
Yes.
the
Yes.
experience of other professionals, and then we see what is matching with me and what is not matching with me, and come up with my unique style. You must have read about many PMP test takers before you came up with your preparation strategy, and then the same might be others might be doing.
The journey I have started, I have saw one of the interview that I think that for the guy which was in Qatar. I think in February you have conducted that one. So I have started. That was my starting point. After that,
Okay, okay, good. So I think I was part of your starting point also. Good. So it's
you
good.
were yeah you
And
was part of my committee. Yani, when my friends was sharing the content with me, you were part of that particular text. We go through with this guy. Go through with this guy.
that's good. That's interesting. And then it was very nice talking to you. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. The
Thank
pleasure
you.
is all
Thank
mine.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.